We have come to Acts chapter 25. Paul is here tried before Festus. Verse 1. Now when Festus was come into the province, after 3 days he ascended from Caesarea to Jerusalem. Then the high priest and the chief of the Jews informed him against Paul, and they besought him and desired favor against him, that he would send for him to Jerusalem, laying in wait to kill him. So it was just a plot of theirs that he would send Paul up to Jerusalem, but they were going to lie in wait to kill him. Verse 4. But Festus answered that Paul should be kept at Caesarea, and that he himself would depart shortly. Verse 5. Let them therefore, he said, which among you are able to go down with me and accuse this man, if there be any wickedness in him. And when he had tarried among them more than 10 days, he went down unto Caesarea. And the next day, sitting on the judgment seat, commanded Paul to be brought to him. And when he was come, the Jews which came down from Jerusalem stood round about, and laid many and grievous complaints against Paul, which they could not prove. Which they could not prove against Paul. Verse 8. While he answered for himself, neither against the law of the Jews, neither against the temple, nor yet against Caesar have I offended anything at all. But Festus, willing to do the Jews a pleasure or a favor, answered Paul and said, Will you go up to Jerusalem, and there be judged of these things before me? Then said Paul, verse 10, Then said Paul, I stand at Caesar's judgment seat, where I ought to be judged. To the Jews have I done no wrong, as you very well know. For if I be an offender, or have committed anything worthy of death, I refuse not to die. But if there be none of these things whereby they accuse me, no man may deliver me into their hands. I appeal unto Caesar. Then Festus, when he had conferred with the council, answered, Because you have appealed unto Caesar you shall go. So Paul made use of his Roman citizenship, and that's not wrong to do under certain situations. It's not wrong to appeal to your citizenship of a country if it's not against God's law, and you can take advantage of it. And certainly Paul wanted to take advantage of it here because he knew that his accusers wanted to kill him. Verse 13. And after certain days, King Agrippa and Bernice came unto Caesarea to salute Festus. And when they had been there many days, Festus declared Paul's cause unto the king, saying, There's a certain man left in bonds by Felix, about whom, when I was at Jerusalem, the chief priests and the elders of the Jews informed me, desiring to have judgment against him. To whom I answered, It is not the manner of the Romans to deliver any man to die, before that he which is accused has faced his accusers, and has license to be able himself to indeed answer concerning the crimes laid against him. Therefore, when they were come without any delay on the morrow, I sat on the judgment seat and commanded the man to be brought forth, against whom, when the accusers stood up, they brought none accusation of such things as I supposed, but had certain questions against him of their own superstition, their own religion that the Romans would call a superstition, and of one Jesus, which was dead, whom Paul affirmed now to be alive. And because I doubted of such manner of questions, I asked him whether he would go to Jerusalem and there be judged of these matters. But when Paul had appealed to be reserved unto the hearing of Augustus, I commanded him to be kept till I might send him to Caesar. Then Agrippa said unto Festus, I would also hear this man myself. Tomorrow, said he, you shall bring him to me. Verse 23. And on the morrow, when Agrippa was come, and Bernice, with great pomp, and was entered into the place of hearing, with the chief captains and the principal men of the city, at Festus's command, Paul was brought forth. Verse 24. And Festus said, King Agrippa, and all men which are here present with us, you see this man, about whom all the multitude of the Jews have dealt with me, both at Jerusalem and also here, crying that he should no longer live. But when I found that he had committed nothing worthy of death, and that he himself had appealed to Augustus, I have determined to send him to Augustus. Verse 26, of whom I have no certain thing to write unto my Lord. Wherefore I have brought him forth before you, and especially before you, O King Agrippa, that after examination I might have somewhat to write. For it seems to me unreasonable to send a prisoner, and not without the crimes that he is accused of. He wanted to be able to send Paul to Augustus Caesar and also accompany with him the crimes that he was accused of, that we have just read. The Jews and the leaders of Judea could not prove against him. And chapter 26, then Agrippa said unto Paul, thou art permitted to speak for yourself, you know. Then Paul stretched forth his hand and answered for himself. We'll get his answer next time.